Nothing feels better than when your opponent's bad manners backfire. What's going on? Welcome, fellow fans of Clash Royale. It's your host, Galadon, and yes, we're talking about bad manners, and usually at the beginning of a game, every now and then, you will see a player who either has the supreme confidence or is playing the mind games to throw down some taunts at you right at the start. Now, of course, now that we can mute opponents, I figure it's not really that bad of a thing because you can simply turn it off and you don't have to listen to it. But there is something extremely rewarding about an opponent who throws down the taunts early on, and then you almost literally make them eat their own words with your supreme play. Now, I have to admit, this is something that doesn't happen to me that often, but I have had some of my fellow players in the Full Attack clan do a great job at coming back against bad-mannered players and just absolutely annihilating them. So we're taking a look at some of those replays today. Now, right away, if you were playing Apex, even if you are a level higher, which of course now Apex is level 13, this replay was when he was level 12, you should probably be careful because he is very, very practiced with this very specific deck that not a lot of other players run, Golem Balloon, and it's very effective for him. It gets him near or at the top of the clan just about every single season. And so there was no doubt, because Apex is a pretty cool character, there was no doubt that early on in this battle, he was looking forward to crushing this opponent once he saw the bad manner taunts get dropped in the beginning seconds of the battle. And right about now, with about 30 seconds left, the opponent no longer laughing at a pretty severe, about a 700 hit point disadvantage, and the dirty Royal Giant one more time getting onto the tower. That and a well-placed lightning spell is going to put Apex within just a couple hundred hit points of a loss. But as time counts down into overtime, look at this. He's got to rotate around to another lightning spell or another log at this point. 8 hit points left for Apex. Looks like he has no chance. You know that the zap spell coming up is going to be doom. He throws up the thumbs up, but look at the balloon. The balloon is on the tower, and was the lightning a split second before, and the absolute rage right there. A beautiful win from Apex. It doesn't get any closer than that, you guys. All right, so we're going to fast forward to a minute and 1 second left in Ale from Full Attack's battle against his opponent, who has just decided to start dropping the taunts after taking Ale's tower down. And you'll notice Ale way behind right here. Only about 500 hit points off that left tower. He's facing an Expo Sparky Rocket user, so pretty horrific card combination. But the heal on the Goblin Barrel works out well on the left-hand side. The zap just in time. The opponent drops an oops. Not sure what that oops was going to mean. But the Sparky is down on the right. The tower down to 600 on the left. Just about 25 seconds left. Another Goblin Barrel heal spell goes down. Gotta love it. He has to counter it with a rocket. Tower down to 420. Ale throwing up the well play, trying to be nice, I think. Again, good counter to the Sparky. Expo on defense back here. Looks like it's all over. Final seconds. Another Goblin Barrel heal spell. The Goblin's not going to be enough. Time counts down, and check this one out right here. 1 second left. The Laughing King, but you see what I see, right? The zap spell. Well done, Ale, tying it up as we go into overtime. And the opponent, full of bad manners, suddenly now has got to try to hunker down and pick up a win right here, but it's not going to be that easy. So Expo Sparky Rocket deck launching the rocket, and check it out as it misses one of the archers. The Executioner survives as well. They move forward. Bomb tower, that's going to soak up the damage from the Sparky. That lets the Executioner and that archer survive. Here comes another Goblin Barrel heal combination. I love this. It is not a conventional tactic, but it's working out pretty well right now for Ale. And this is a close one with just over 2 minutes left. Another rocket going down. This one does take out the archers, but luckily Ale able to stop the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Moving forward is the Executioner. His opponent just needs a couple more rockets to grab the win, but the Goblin Barrel heal spell one more time, grinding that tower down, and now suddenly Ale is in the lead. 2 minutes left, and now another Expo. So Expo Sparky Rocket, tell me you guys, does it get much dirtier? I feel like it just can't. So Ale managing to stop the Expo from locking onto the tower at all this round, and another Goblin Barrel heal spell goes down. Goblins get countered quickly by the Electro Wizard, and that time really no damage. 90 seconds left in overtime. Another Expo, another bomb tower to soak up that Expo's targeting. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. takes down the bomb tower, and now it suddenly doesn't look good. Expo's on Ale's tower. Executioner trying to stop the Expo. The Zap spell as well. The Goblins go down. Now it's about dead even. 1100 on both. Goblin heal, rocket from the opponent. In comes an Executioner with the Goblin Barrel heal. Perfect arrival as he shows up, takes out the Electro Wizard. Goblins almost finishing off that tower. And nothing left for Nobles to do but rage, because Ale is going to drop another bomb tower, stopping that Expo from locking on. This one is going down to the wire, you guys, but the Expo stopped. Ale trying to just chip away at the tower. In comes another log. In comes another Goblin Barrel. Not quite going to get the job done. 48 hit points left. The rocket is just not going to do it over here. 613 left. It's going to survive. Electro Wizard can't get there. Just a matter of rotating around to another log. There it goes. And yes, it's a fitting end to another Bad Manners Backfire match. All right, let's move on to B-View, and he is right in the middle of a match with 208 left, and you'll see his opponent dropping the Crying King as he's damaged B-View's tower badly. And B-View doing a good job of keeping his chin up, not getting upset. He's throwing the thanks down there. He's trying to keep the mood light, even though his opponent is definitely having a good time throwing the bad manners. B-View drops the thumbs up, and you know, come on, he's a member of Full Attack. These guys don't give up. These guys never say die. They never rage quit, or most of them don't, unless they're the leader. All right, so his opponent continuing to drop the bad manners all over the place right here, and B-View does have a pretty big hole to dig himself out of, but once again, B-View now using a bit of a dirty spawner deck, and his opponent does have the Elite Barbarians in there. So we'll see how this works out as the Barbs out of the hut. Here comes the Spear Goblins on the left-hand side. The Miner just going to get a little bit of chip damage in. I have a feeling that William's plan right here is just to chip away bits and pieces because he has such a significant lead. But B-View is not having it. He's not giving up. Barbarian counter moving down the right lane has to be stopped by something. In comes the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the left-hand side. The huts are continuing to produce, and now we're into double elixir. B-View dropping a Witch down the right-hand side. It's going to get fireballed along with the tower and more bad manners, but check out the push on the left-hand side. Lumberjack and the Minion Horde. Lumberjack drops the Rage spell for everybody, and suddenly that tower is absolutely annihilated, and the bad manners, well, not feeling so great right now. All he can do is laugh. Final 30 seconds. Fireball and the Miner gets the tower down. They're both laughing. This is a close battle, you guys. Definitely going into overtime, but you can see that B-View has started to grind both of his opponent's remaining towers down, while both of his extremely healthy, so suddenly the advantage goes to Full Attack. Big push coming down the right lane after the 3 crown right here. Surprisingly, in comes the Miner in behind the Archers, Elite Barbarians, Mini P.E.K.K.A. countered by the Witch and the Minion Horde, stuffing that push completely, and now we are into the final 50 seconds of overtime. More huts going down on the left-hand side, so B-View keeping up that pressure on the left. You can tell his intention is the 3 crown win. That King's Tower less than 2,000 hit points left, but he only has 35 seconds or so to do it. Elite Barbarians right in the center again, Witch going down, so you can see the counter push starting to develop here on the left. The Fireball, but that's not going to stop the Witch. Here comes more Barbs in front of Barbs. There goes a Lumberjack to lead the way, so dangerous right here. Here comes the Rage spell for everybody and a Minion Horde. 15 seconds left. Huge group of Rage units closing in on the King's Tower. Fireball good, but not good enough. Look at the damage. Final 5 seconds. This battle is over. B-View picking up the win, and the bad manners backfire one more time. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. This one is Blaze from Full Attack, and every now and then you get an opponent who just wants to BM from the very start. I mean, nobody's dropped a troop yet, and this opponent already. So I'm going to have to go with mind games. I figure this is one of those things where you're trying to get your opponent riled up. You're trying to get them upset and to force them to make mistakes because they're upset at your taunts. Now, sometimes this does backfire, and Blaze is definitely one to do it. One of the most skilled players in all of Full Attack. Blaze doing a great job right here of almost losing a tower. All right, so that was a pretty good first push by Nalim right there. So just about taking Blaze down to a full tower down, but Blaze is not concerned. Now, if it's me playing, maybe this is the moment where the iPad mysteriously shuts itself off. I don't know, maybe it's a battery problem. Maybe it's Wi-Fi. I mean, even it happens when I'm streaming sometimes, you guys. I think it's the Wi-Fi, or maybe it's these old iPad batteries. Anyway, so Blaze obviously not giving up. He's got the Golem out in front. That's going to absorb the first Sparky shot. Good job of the Miner going after the Sparky. And despite the Sparky getting off another shot, you've got a Mega Minion in there and an Archer getting onto that tower. And okay, so the Sparky got a third shot off. That's fine. That's okay. Blaze, where's your... Blaze, okay. Well, he did get about 700 off that tower, so he's on his way. But now he's going to lose this tower, and I call this a mistake. That right there, there's no need to finish off an opponent's tower this early in a battle with a wasted poison spell. That right there is a mistake because you don't want to wake up the King's Tower early. If I'm Blaze's opponent right here, even I know to start grinding on the opponent's other tower before you take down the first tower, just in case something happens to backfire, like you guys know. Yeah, it's about to. So Blaze has the Elite Barbs. Zap gets those skeletons out of the way. Elite Barbs headed after the tower. Golem's going to tank. Miner shows up as well. The Sparky is going to do some awesome damage from behind the scenes, but not before Blaze ties things up. Right there, we are suddenly tied 1-1. And Blaze's opponent, super quiet all of a sudden, although that is a pretty intimidating push. Giant Sparky Prince down the right-hand side with a Valkyrie. Log kind of stalls everybody. And the Mega Minion doing a great job. Here come the Elite Barbs. Perfect timing of the Zap spell. Then the Elite Barbs go down. Instantaneously take out the Sparky. More units to deal with, though. Good log right here. First Giant, second Giant. Prince going to get a charge on the Archers, though. Not on the tower. Now you can see the Prince on the tower. In the meantime, Blaze has been working on the left tower. Shows the thanks because as time counts down, Blaze able to return the BM. He knows this one is just about over. While his opponent focused on that big push down the right lane, Blaze was chipping away at that left tower, and there you can see 504 left. A full-size Golem is just about to get to the tower, distracted by the Furnace. Good job right there, but it's not going to be good enough. Too many units closing in. Here comes the Miner, chipping that tower away. Zap spell perfectly timed, and we're down to 136 hit points left on that tower. All Blaze has to do is cycle around to the log and a zap. There we go. 26 hit points left. Zap spell, and there it is. The bad manner backfires, and the old saying, he who laughs last laughs best. So I don't know you guys, but nothing is funnier to me than an opponent who bad manners and then loses like that. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe for the earliest possible update and sneak peek information. Hit that little bell, turn on those notifications. Always be a member of the hashtag GalaFam. And of course, have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay positive, stay optimistic, and see you tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, I would never bad manner anyone, of course.